All right, folks, I wanted to take a minute to talk about dollar cost averaging. So you guys saw this week. This was H bar. It had some news come out at the beginning of the week that sent it absolutely flying. I mean, the thing went from around $8, I'm sorry, 8 cents all the way up to 18 cents. So that's over 100% move. And it literally happened in a day. So what happens with that is people start to get really excited. They're like, oh, BlackRock came in and they said they're partnering with them, whatever. Some kind of news event that caused a tremendous spike. What this really is smart money coming in here and buying it. So BlackRock was probably just taking a position or something. They probably bought it. So what does that tell you? That means they bought it at this price. Okay, they bought it around 8 cents. Okay, and then they release the news and everybody gets really excited, right? Oh my God, BlackRock bought it, yeah! Okay, and then they're buying it at 18 cents. So it did have the green dot signal, right? We had the green dot, which is the confirmation that we are going up, right? This is the start of an uptrend on a weekly time frame. That's what we are looking for because, again, we're trading on a weekly basis. Look where the stochastic is here. Great, okay? But you don't want to buy when something is up 100% in 2 days because you're buying the spike. What it's doing is it's creating a range. So the true range on this thing was from where they bought it all the way up to where it topped out at about 19. So that's the trading range right now. So we're green. Yes, we're bullish. We're overall bullish on H-bar over the next 3, 4, 5 weeks until this white line right here, I'm sorry, the light blue line, the RSI on our trading indicator, gets back up to the white dotted line because we want to sell up in this area, right? We're not selling down here. We want to get in down here at the bottom, okay? The bottom was right there. You guys saw, right? The bottom, okay? That was the bottom. The bottom was right here. Bottom was right here, okay? And now we're back down in that general area with the green dot. The last 1, 2 green dots have netted and been very, very good trades. So our job as traders, if you bought it at 18, it's just unfortunate. But this is where position sizing and dollar cost averaging comes in. So as an experienced trader, I knew not to buy this thing up at 18 cents. When I saw H-bar spike like that, it was up like 70, 80% in literally one day. Look at this daily bar. Okay, that was a 80% bar right there. 9 cents all the way up to 16, that's an 80% move. So I'm not going to chase that, right? What I want is now a pullback, right? I can get into the smaller time frame now that I got confirmation on my weekly. Because the weekly time frame will tell you when we're going up. So think of the weekly time frame as the bigger time frame. So the way I like to explain it is think of it as like a whale swimming in the ocean. Okay, you got a whale swimming through the ocean, and then when you get on these smaller time frames, the daily, I like to use the daily and the 4 hour. Okay, the daily and the 4 hour are the smaller time frames that I like to use. But I'm not even looking at those unless I have confirmation on my weekly chart. Because once I get the direction of the whale, think about these smaller time frames as like the little fish, like swimming underneath the whale so the predators can't come and eat them, right? So the sharks can't come and eat them. So the little fish are swimming with the direction of the whale. Right? We want to go in the direction of the whale. We want to make sure the whales are bullish. So this was confirmation, yes, right? But this just created its range. So the trade range on this now is from 8 cents all the way back up to 18.9. Okay, so if you did buy it at 18 cents up here, okay, learn your lesson, okay, and remember, wait for a pullback. So when you get this big move, if you see a big candle like this, get into the daily now, and wait for the next green dot to add. So I actually got in on this around 12 cents, and I'm down about 15% on the trade. But guess what? Okay, my portfolio, my size of my position was only 5% at the time. So I only allocated 5% at 12 cents. Okay, so I'm down 15%, but I'm only down, right, a very small portion. 1% of my portfolio I lost on that trade because my position size was only 5%. It's a good general rule to only add in 5% increments. Okay, that's my general rule right there. Okay, so I'm adding 5% here, okay, at 12 cents, and I should have waited for the green dot, but I'm not kicking myself because, again, we're still around our average price. Okay, and the majority of retail is buying up here between 16 and 18. So this thing's just pulling back. So I added 5% at 12 cents because, again, a pullback from 19, okay, we hit 19 cents, a pullback all the way to 12 cents. That was like a 30 or 40% pullback. That was a big pullback, but it just happened a lot quicker. Okay, people freak out about a 20% pullback on Bitcoin. This thing pulled back 40% in literally the matter of, right, 1, 2, 3 days. Okay, so now on the next green dot, what I can do is I can add to my H bar position again. So what I decide on doing is adding, right? What I want to do is I want to add an additional 5%. So I'll go in again, and if that comes down, I guess my average entry was 13 cents, but I got it at like 12.5, I believe. So what I can do is I can add again either now, right, or on the next green dot. So when the next green dot comes, if that comes at like 10 cents, right, down here at 10 cents, I'm averaging down. So my average cost would go from 13 cents down to about 11.5 because I bought the other half at 10. So it's called dollar cost averaging. If you guys don't know what that is, it's literally the practice of investing a fixed dollar amount on a regular basis regardless of the share price. Okay, that's not a very good explanation, but the whole thing is when a position gets down 20% and we're still above our macro support, right? Our macro support is at the bottom of the green candle that we're getting the green dot on. That's the whale support. This is where BlackRock's stepping in and buying it. Okay, when BlackRock steps in and buys it, they don't want it to go down. They're buying it when it's going up, right? So we still got to be bullish on H-bar. You guys are freaking out again because you bought it up here at 18. If you're freaking out about your position, what happened was you are either putting on too much of a position at once. Again, 5% increments is a good general rule. I never want to exceed 20% on my positions. I know I'm exceeding VeChain right here because I'm really excited about the project. I'm at about a 30% allocation. But typically, as a general rule, I don't like to take more than a 20% risk on any one position. So right now, XLM's sitting at a 16% position. If I get to a spot on XLM, right, if I zoom in here, where I'm looking to average down on XLM again is the weekly green dot. So if I get the weekly green dot on XLM, I'm going to top off my position here using dollar cost averaging. My average cost is 11 or 12 cents right now, and it's sitting at 11.2, so it's only down like 8%. So I'll add that additional 4 or 5% once I get my confirmation on the indicator, okay, and I will get that up to my 20% position. Okay, I also want to add link. I want to get link up to a 20% position. And again, I'm sitting with 25% cash on the sideline. You guys, I've been telling you, I'm not fully bullish on the market yet until we get that green dot on BTC. Okay, until we get that green dot on BTC, and that's going to come here in the next, I would say, probably 1 to 4 weeks. We're going to see it, and if 59K holds up here, I think Bitcoin is extremely, extremely bullish. Okay, because we're sitting right on that 9, and again, nothing is confirmed, nothing is 100%. I'm not going to allocate the rest of my 26% cash position, okay, until we get that confirmation from the green dot on Bitcoin. Because when Bitcoin gets the green dot, everything else is going to go up. Okay, Bitcoin leads the market. Okay, if Bitcoin's got a green dot, the markets are going to rip. And it's still red right now. Okay, but the stochastic is getting back to where we bounced last time here at 27. And again, the last time we bounced was right here on the 9 EMA. Okay, these are our EMA levels. I want to talk about these a little bit today as well. Okay, the EMA levels are going to be, think of them like barriers. Okay, so a lot of traders use these 3 EMAs that I use. And again, if you guys don't have the trading indicator, you guys can come over here to the Discord. The link's in the description and pinned in the comment section below. There's a link right here where you can download it and support the channel. Okay, and you're going to get all these EMAs and the trading indicator, everything that you see on my screen today, loaded into your TradingView account. If you guys got questions about that, there is a video on the page. Okay, if you just click this link, there's a video that will explain everything. Okay, so if you guys want the indicator, go over there and get that. There's also a free trading course over here, and we have a specific set of trading rules that we follow here on this channel. Okay, if you guys want to know more about those, go over here to the latest video tab, and you guys can watch all of my videos. But again, our trading rules can be found right here inside the Discord, and also the trading course will go over the indicator and how we trade on this channel. We're not day traders. We're longer-term swing traders. We're looking for trades right over the matter of 3 or 4 weeks. Okay, 3 to 8 weeks. This move on Bitcoin, the last green dot netted, it took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. That was about a month and a half to go from 40 all the way up to 75 there. So that was about a 75% move in the matter of 6 weeks. Okay, those are the general trades we're looking for. Okay, and again, the green dots are always the signal. So I'd encourage you, if you guys haven't watched my videos before, to go watch this trading course, 6 Simple Rules to Become a Better Trader. That's a free course over here inside the Discord. Okay, so with that being said, I want to talk about these EMA lines because I think they're very important to understand. So think of the EMAs, right, your EMAs as barriers. So the first barrier of defense is going to be the 9 EMA. Okay, the 9 EMA is our first barrier of defense. Okay, this is the shorter term, like momentum. A 9 EMA on a weekly chart is going to be the average price over the last 9 weeks, which is about 2 weeks, just a little over 2 weeks. Okay, so that's the average price. Or I'm sorry, 2 months. That's the 2-month average. Think of it as the 60-day average. Okay, so that's our first layer of defense. So right now, that's where Bitcoin's trying to bounce. It's trying to hold up. And as long as we hold 59K, this looks really good. But again, we don't have that full-on 100% confirmation that we're going higher until we get that green dot. And that's not even 100% when we get the green dot. I say when we get the green dot, it goes from a 50-50 coin flip, which is where we're at right now. I'm 50-50. Like, we could either break down or go up right now. But once I see that green dot on the chart, my percentage, or my confidence in Bitcoin's direction going back up, meaning the rest of the markets going back up, goes from about a 50% shot to about 80-20 or 85-15. Okay, I'm a lot more confident putting the rest of my cash position into these names to grow my positions, right, to get larger positions and average down and get these allocations to where I want to be. Because the goal is always anywhere from 10 to 20%, right? So my HBAR position is only 5%, right? It went down almost 25% where I bought it at 13 cents, but I'm only down 1% on my overall portfolio. Okay, I'm never going all in on any of these names. I never want to go all in on a position, right? Because that's when you get killed. If you allocate, okay, and one of them goes parabolic, okay, if VeChain goes to 40 cents tomorrow, it's not going to matter what XLM, Link, ICP, AKT, and HBAR do, because that one went parabolic. So if you're just all in on one, okay, you're doing yourself a disservice. Try to find, right, at a 20% allocation, if you're allocating 20% of your total portfolio, and again, cash is a position. Cash is a position. It's always okay to have cash on the sideline. And what I like about Coinbase is the fact that they pay you 5.5% a year on your USDC. So I just add my USD in here, and then I convert it to USDC, and I let it sit there. And I'm earning 5.5% just from it sitting there. And that's a yearly APY, stands for annual percentage yield. Okay, that means they pay you 5.5% over the year, which is about what Edward Jones and the boys are paying you for giving them all your money. I actually don't even think they're paying you that much, which is sad. They're choking you. Okay, it's sad that people just give their entire life savings away to some money manager that is just gonna, come in here and put it in the markets and play the markets and pay you the 5.5% yield. So again, dollar cost averaging is something to learn about, guys. Go watch some videos on YouTube. That's the best I can explain, right? We're always trying to get in at an average, okay? 20%, if you take a position and it's, still above our macro support. Our macro support is the candle that we got the green dot on. So the macro support on HBAR right now is 0.087. So I would set a stop loss at 0.085, okay? Because if 87 breaks, this is a total fake out candle, and we're going to go the other direction. But I'm not even thinking about that as long as I see this green dot on my chart. And then if I get a red dot, okay, after this green dot, I'll know that it's wrong. But I'll also know that it's wrong if it breaks that 8-cent level. So I'm actually looking to average down on HBAR again on the next daily green dot, the shorter term time frame. So I want to see where this thing bounces. It could bounce right here at 9.5. If it comes down to 9.5, right about there, I'm probably going to add again to it, and then my stop loss will be at 8.5. So I would go into TradingView here, and I want to show you guys this because we were talking about this. Someone was talking about this in the Discord, and I actually switched my Coinbase over to advanced mode. So this is really cool because you can actually see the order depth of the charts here. So you could actually pull up the spreads, and you could see where the big money is setting their limit orders at. So you could see, you could hardly see this on my screen probably, but you could see these little bars here. Let me see if I can make these bigger for you guys. See these bars? Okay, so this is at 0.01. So I can see where the money is sitting, right? They have a massive amount of orders. Okay, that's what, 20, How many is that? Million? There's about a $2.5 million stack down there at 10 cents. So I think smart money right now is setting up to buy this thing at 10 cents. So what I'm going to do for H-bar is I want to add my additional position. Okay, so I'm going to set a buy order. I'm going to show you guys how to do this. I'm going to set a limit order on this. And what I want to do is I want to buy it at 0.095. So if it drops down to 0.095, I want to buy, what's that? 30. That's about $3,000 worth, which would be around 5%, I believe. And that was the 25%. Yeah, I'd want to go 25% on that. So 5 would be, yeah, I want to go about 2,900 on that. So that would be, because I added the first time 2,500. So at 25, I like to add 25% of my portfolio, or what I'm holding in my cash position, right, which is going to be around $3,000. So if you guys remember my position up here, let me just set this real quick. So what I'm doing is I'm setting an order here to buy it at 9.5. Okay, if it drops down to this level right here. Okay, 9.5 is where I want to average down. And then from there, I'm going to be around, I'm going to say I bought it right here. So at 9.5, I'm going to be down around 25% on my first take. That's my first position, my first entry on that. Okay, my macro support is 8.5. As long as it's above 8.5, as long as it's above our weekly candle here, we're big money, right? That's smart money right there stepping in. That big, that's the biggest volume bar we've ever seen. Okay, so that's somebody, big money coming in there and buying. So the stop loss has to be 0.085. Setting a stop loss, you always set your stop loss at the bottom of the candle we get the green dot on. Does that make sense? The bottom of the candle we get the green dot on. And I'll show you guys how to set a stop loss here in just a second on Advanced Pro. So I'm going to set this buying order. I'm going to buy another 30,000 H-bar if it drops down to 9.5. Again, the order limit price is 9.5. So let me hit buy. Okay, and now that is open. Okay, limit buy. You can see it down here. So I can go to my orders tab over here on Coinbase. Okay, and for some reason that did not initiate there. One sec here. It says it's open. For some reason, it's not showing up over here in my... Oh, because I'm on stop. So if I go to all orders, okay, you can see I got a limit buy order right here for 0.095. So if the price of H-bar drops down to 9.5, which is right here in this zone, okay, right in this area right here, bang. Okay, 9.5, I want to buy it there. Okay, and it could come all the way down to 9 cents. I don't know. I'm never trying to guess the bottom, but that is 25% down from where I entered. So when I enter that, right, if you look at my portfolio, I'm going to add another $3,000, which will be about another 5%, which will be another about 5% of my portfolio. So my H-bar position would go from a 4.5, just call it 4.5% allocation to a 10% allocation if it drops down to that price. And I'm bullish on it. I think it's going up because of the fact we're getting a green dot here on the weekly and the stochastic is down here on the floor. The most important thing is to buy off of these green dots, folks. So when the stochastic is down here near the floor, okay, I want to start looking to buy, especially when a green dot comes. Green dot came right here last time. Okay, what did it do? It ripped from 4 cents all the way up to 10 cents. What did it do right here? It ripped from 7 cents all the way up to 14 cents. Okay, this one just came right now at 8 cents, and who knows where it's going to top out. I'm not going to sell my H-bar position until this weekly stochastic, the light blue line, gets back up here to the white dotted line. That's where we take profits. We were taking profits right here on H-bar. Look at that. Okay, that was right there at 14 cents. You should have been selling because, again, the stochastic RSI, our light blue line, hit that white dotted line. So I'm waiting for the same thing, the same sell signal when it happens again on H-bar. So let me show you how to set a stop loss really quick because I have multiple stop loss levels set on this. So stop loss on link right now. Let me show you guys how I set this. So I'm going to actually cancel this order and I want to show you guys how to do this. Okay, this is link USD. Okay, so link USD. My stop loss on this trade is going to be right down there at $10 So I'm setting a pretty big stop loss on this right now. I'm aware that it could come back down here. And it's even bouncing right here on 380. It's trying to bounce off our 50-week moving average, which is typically where we like to buy. But because of the fact that I'm long on Chainlink, I'm longer term on it, my stop loss is around $10. So I'm really risking about 40% to the downside on my position currently because I don't want to sell it. I want to hold it for the long term. If it comes back down to here, I want to buy it. Okay, but what I'm waiting on to average down on the position, because again, my position is already 10%. So my max position is 20%. Okay, my max position is 20%. And I'm saying that right now with a 30% allocation to VeChain. But again, I like the way VeChain is setting up, and I'm making an exception. Okay, smite me down for breaking the rules, but 20% is a good general rule. If you're doing a 20% allocation across all your positions, you should have a total of 5 names in your portfolio. I got about 6 that I own right now, but if you think about the math, right, 20%, 20%, 20%, 20%, 20%, that equals 100%. So you only have to manage about 5 names at a time. And that's pretty much all I want to do. Okay, once you get over 5 names that you're managing, it becomes a little more stressful, and you got to pay attention a little bit more. Some people do 10. I personally would not do more than 10. If you do 10, you can allocate 10% of your position. Okay, you can allocate 10% of your position to each of those 10 names. But I'm choosing to do 5 to 6 just because that's how I roll. I like to manage a smaller amount of good quality names. Okay, because again, I'm confident at least one of these names is going to take off. Okay, I'm pretty confident out of all these, from what I know on the names, one of them will take off eventually. And like I said, when one of them takes off and does a 5x to a 10x, it doesn't matter what the rest of the names do. So that's why it's good to be diversified. So my stop loss on this trade is going to be 10. So there's a couple other ways you can measure that. I'm thinking that's the bottom. I mean, this is probably the bottom right here, honestly. 11. I'm going to put 1150 stop loss on it. Okay, if it breaks down below the I'm using 1098. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a stop loss, call it at 1075 on Chainlink, and that's I probably should actually set it at like 1050. That's below our 4-year moving average. So I mean, look where the stochastic is on Chainlink right now. I mean, I just don't think there's a lot more room to dump. Okay, I don't think there's a lot more room to dump, and if it does dump down lower, okay, if it breaks 1050, we're going to be in trouble and we're going to go into a bear market. But I just don't see that happening right now. So I don't even really want to set a stop loss, but I'm going to do it for the sake of this video. So if you come over here, I'm going to set a stop limit order. So the stop price is the price that it's going to break. So if this thing breaks down below 1050, okay, 1040, we're probably going to be in trouble. So you could actually see their order book as well. Okay, and you can see the majority of buy orders are set right down here at like 9. That's where the biggest set of them is. Okay, so that tells me this thing's probably not going lower than 9 cents or $9. Okay, because you can see that's where the biggest. You guys see, you probably can't see those little green bars down there, but this is the order book. Okay, this is how you can see where the smart money's putting their orders. So I'm actually going to set this at 9. So I'm going to set my stop loss at 875. And I know you're thinking, wow, that's like a 50% dip from where we're at. Yeah, it is. But guess what? If it dips 50%, I'm only going to lose 5% of my portfolio on that 50% dip. Because why? Because of my position size, right? I only have 10% of my total allocation. So that's only going to take out 5% of my portfolio on a 50% dip. I don't think the 50% dip is going to happen because I'm looking at the stochastic RSI right here and we're at the floor. Okay, last time we were on the floor at the stochastic was back here in May of 2023 at $5. The thing went from $5 all the way up to $25. That's a 500% move over time. So the stochastic being on the floor on Link makes me bullish on the name. And we got the white wave also pointing up in a very sharp direction, which is what I like. So I'm not going to average down on Chainlink until I see this green dot on the trading indicator. That will be the signal that we're going higher. It's not on the screen yet, okay? But when it comes, there's going to be 2 things. The indicator is going to tell us, okay, and if you're a member over here inside the Discord, it's going to be called out over here inside the Discord. You can see SoFi was called out the other day. We call out all the signals on the names that we follow, and we're going to get into our watch list here in the chart request here in just a second. Okay, but you can see we call out all the signals over here in the core. Okay, if you guys want information about the membership to the Discord, you guys can come watch this video right here and learn about what you'll get inside the group. Okay, we have about 350 members. I think we had 333 members yesterday. And again, shout out to the Spartan Army, shout out to the Overkill Army, folks. We've been on top of this market since the beginning, baby. We've been running this thing. And super grateful for all the generals, all the admin, all the recruits, everybody who smashes the like. Just really appreciate everybody tuning in. I'm hoping you guys are getting some value out of this. So I am looking, again, at the depth chart of Link. So my absolute take cover is going to be around $9. Okay, that is my stop loss because that is where these orders are. So the fact that there's buy orders, down here at $9, this tells me that they're not going to let it drop below 9, right? Because that's where all the smart money's putting their limit orders. So what I can do is I'm going to set a stop loss. So the stop price is going to be 9, right? Because that's the square number. So what I do is I'd set it at 8.75. And then I want that to execute at, just call it 8.60. Because when it hits the stop price, it'll automatically send your order into a market order for 860. Okay, so 860 would be the price that I'm selling for. It might sell for 865, 870, 873. I just want to make sure I get out if that level breaks, if 9 breaks, because that would be really, really ugly. So I would sell my whole entire position. Okay, I'd sell my max position. That's 314 links. So that's a $2,700. I'd get $2,700 back into my account if it broke that level, which is very unlikely in my opinion because again of the indicator I showed you guys, right? It's not going to go all the way down to this level. I mean, it very well could. Anything is possible, right? We're one missile launch away from probably seeing the markets crash like they did in COVID. But again, we can't play the fear. So the fact that there's all these buy orders right here makes me want to set it right there at $9. I'm never setting it at the exact $9 price. I always want to go a little bit below that price, just in case it bounces on that $9 level. It's not gonna sell when it bounces at 9 and all those orders get filled. Because if it shoves down to 9, it's what a liquidity grab is. They shove it down to 9, okay, and then they'll fill all those orders. And then it will get shot right back up, right? So my stop price, again, is $8.75. Okay, that's the stop loss. That means if it hits $8.75, it's going to convert. It's going to make a market order for $8.60, and that order is going to execute, and I will get $2,700 back into my account. That is my stop loss level, because if 9 breaks, we're probably going to be in trouble. So I'm going to hit sell on that. Okay, and again, that spot, well, the last green dot came about right there at 14. But again, I'm playing the levels here. Okay, and probably 12 would probably be the best one just because that's where we wick down there. But I'm going to set it at 10 because I actually want to average down when it gets down there. So I'm at 8.7. Like, there's no way that's gonna fill. It can't. I mean, there is a chance, but it's very unlikely. So again, I have a position on Link. So I'm going to lose about $1,500 on that trade if it goes down past 875. So I'm willing to be wrong if it shoves down past 875. I'm willing to be wrong. And to be honest with you, the true stop loss is the bottom of this wick right here. Okay, that's where that last correction came. Bang! Okay, at $12. But I'm going to be a lot more aggressive on Link because I'm long on it, and I still think we're in a massive bull market. I think we're in a bull market because, again, we're just now breaking out over the 50-week, which tells me we're starting a bull market. You can see when we break out on the 50, okay, look at this, okay? When we break out over the 50, boom, bull market, up, 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 up. Okay, when we break down below the 50, down, 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 down. Okay, we're just now breaking up, and we're just getting this first pullback into our 50-week like we got right here. Okay, like we got just like that back in May of 2020. Okay, that was the COVID dip, then we ripped. Okay, same pullback into the same area. Okay, I'm bullish on the markets, folks. As long as we hold our 50s, as long as the 50 stays where it is and we're above the 50, we should be bullish on our names. Okay, so I really, really like Link. You guys just saw my stop loss, right? If you were a lot more conservative, if you were a more conservative trader than me and didn't want to risk 50%, because again, my goal is to average down. If we come down to $10, I'm going to average down again. Okay, I'm going to average down on the next green dot when it comes, because the green dot is the signal that we're going higher. As long as the last dot is green, we're going up. As long as the last dot is red, we're going down. But you can anticipate the dots when they come, and you can anticipate that by using these other indicators like the stochastic, okay, the white wave. When the stochastic's on the floor, that means the momentum's been overdone, okay, just like it was back here in 2023 at $5. Boom, you got the big bounce. And again, I won't be looking to sell my link position until this stochastic gets back up here at 100. Okay, so that's the strategy here. So I'm waiting on the green dot on Chainlink. That is my first position. H bar, same thing. I already went over this. $8 or 8 cents is my 8.5, I believe, is my stop loss order on that one. Let me check that. Okay, H bar, I got a stop loss actually at 8.2. Okay, 8.2, 8.5 is the level. So again, I never like to set it exactly at the level, because again, it could come back down there and bounce and go. So mine's 0.082. I'm also looking to average down on that one. Like I said, I put that buy order in at 9.5. If it comes down to 0.095 again, I'm going to add an additional $3,000, and that would bring my position size up on that to about 10%, which is where I want to be sitting. I think that's a pretty good position size for H-bar. And then AKT, this one also had a big fat candle, but that's an ugly, ugly wick right there. Big, ugly wick. I'm not feeling too great about this position, but I'm still in it. It's got the red dot on the daily, so the true stop loss on this is probably around $3. Okay, I don't think that one's going to break $3. So again, let's just do this for practice. I'll go set this for you guys again. Okay, you got AKT here. I'll cancel this order. Okay, so I'm going to come over here to AKT. And I don't think this is going to break 3. If it breaks 3, I deserve to be wrong. Okay, I deserve to be wrong if it breaks 3. So stop limit order. Okay, my stop price is going to be 2.90. Okay, if 2.90 hits, I want to sell this thing for 2.8. Okay, I'm going to sell my max position. I'm going to risk $1,000 on this trade. Okay, saying that it's not going to go below $3. So what is $3? $3 is the level. Well, that's actually the level that we got right down there. But I could actually move it probably up to the bottom of that candle right there. Ideally, you want to set it at the week of the green dot, but there's no green dot on the chart yet. So when we get the green dot, I can move it up. But for right now, I want to set it at, I'm going to move it up a little bit to the bottom of last week's candle. So at 345. Okay, that's the bottom of last week's candle, the bottom of this massive. This one looks like it wanted to run. It's just the market started selling off, so it got hit. But this is a lower cap coin, and the trend on this one is extremely, extremely strong. Right, so I'm playing some continuation on this trade, right? I think it's going to go back to $7. Okay, that's what I'm thinking, because again, the stochastic's pointing up, and we'll see where the green dot comes. But I'm going to set a stop loss on this one at 345. So I'm going to go in here to Coinbase. This is the advanced. So if you guys want to switch to advanced, just come over here and you can see this. Let's check the depth chart on this. See, all the orders are at $3. There's a big stack of orders right there at 4. Okay, a decent one at 350, and there's a big one at 3.2. So again, I don't think this thing is going to break 3. And if it does, I deserve to be wrong. Okay, but I'm looking to get in. I mean, this one has a red dot on the daily this week too. That was a big candle. I kind of chased that candle. I think I got in at like 390, or what was it? I think I got in at like 490, honestly, like right here. Okay, because I saw it go up to 7, then it pulled back to 490. So I'd look to probably average down again around that. Well, that's my stop loss level, but let's go ahead and move that up to that big candle where that volume came in. $4 is going to be my stop. Okay, let's set a $4 stop on this where that big volume came in, because again, if this is smart money, if they're in control, they're not going to let it go below 4, and that's where that big stack of the first limit order sitting is at 4. Okay, that's right there. So I'm going to set my stop loss at 390. Okay, and this is rule number 6, guys. You guys got to set stop losses on your trades. Okay, 3.8. So I'm risking a total of $600 on this trade, which is around a little over 1% of my total portfolio. So if I'm wrong, it's not going to hurt me. I'm going to lose 1%, right? Losing 1% because of, again, my position size. I only took a 5% position on this trade. I didn't put my whole entire portfolio into it, right? I simply put 5% of my portfolio into it. So I'm looking to sell that one if it breaks down below $4, because again, I'm looking at the order book, and that's where a big fat stack of orders is sitting, meaning we're probably going to get a bounce off that $4 level right there. Okay, and this is actually pretty cool. I love this advanced view in what's it called? Coinbase. Okay, if we break 4, I'm wrong on this one. So 390 again is my stop loss. That's the level for AKT. If that breaks, it's going to automatically sell for me. I don't even got to worry about it. And then we got ICP. I'm not even setting an alert. I'm not even setting a stop loss on this one. I know that's breaking the rules. but $11 would be the stop loss if I did. But this thing's just consolidating. I mean, this is a massive bull flag here. I think this one's going to take off. This one's sitting at about a, what am I at, 10% there. So I'd be looking to average down on this one again here pretty soon. I mean, look where the stochastic is. I'm probably looking to add another 5% on the next daily green dot. So if you guys want to know how to set alerts on the trading indicator, just right click, hit add alert, and then I use the small green dots. Okay, I'm going to do only once because this is a daily. This is a daily alert. And I'm going to go ahead and create this. So this isn't going to be called out in the Discord, but this is going to send me an email, right? It sends you an email and it notifies you in the app, so on and so forth. I only call out the weekly dots in our Discord because those are the macro ones, right? That just tells us where the whales, which way the whales are moving. The whale's moving down as long as the last dot is red, and it's moving up as long as it's green. So I'm looking to add another 5% up to my position on the next green daily dot on ICP. Okay, and I'm pretty much just going to start using the dailies. Okay, I'm going to take the 4 hour off. We're looking at the daily, the weekly, and the monthly. Okay, so the next green dot on the daily will be an average down. Again, I'll add another 5% to my position on ICP, and that's how we're going to do that. Okay, and then same thing here with VeChain. I could probably average down on this thing as well. It's still sitting a little high on the stochastic, but that's going to move. We're going to get new candles tomorrow. On crypto. Okay, again, we're weekly chart traders, so every week we get new candles. On Sunday at 8 p.m. New York time, a new weekly candle will form, and then our indicator is going to move. There could be green dots on the new candles. There could be red dots on the new candles. Okay, so I'm just waiting on VeChain here. My position is already so massive. I'm not really looking to add any more to that with a 30% allocation. What else do we got? We went over HBAR, AKT, ICP, Link. XLM's the last one that I'm holding at the moment. And then we could actually, I have one more stock actually, but XLM, what is my order on this one? I'm going to just set these with you guys every week. I think that's what we'll do. It's going to be good practice. And I think this is really helpful stuff. Let me know what you guys think. And by the way, I read every comment down in the comment section. If you guys have questions on TikTok, YouTube, every one of my videos, I'm always looking at those comments. So if you guys need help or have questions about this, feel free to ask. You could also join our Discord and join the Spartan chat here. You guys can get connected with the community, ask questions in here. We got a great group of people over here that are always willing to help. So yeah, folks, it's all about learning. This is like anything else. The people are so uneducated on the markets and how economics work. It's crazy. They don't teach us this stuff in school, so it's on us to learn it. And trust me, I've watched my fair share of YouTube videos. I still watch YouTube videos to this day, okay, just to refresh my memory and stuff on stuff. So XLM, I'm at about a 15% position on this at the moment. 15% total allocation. Let me go ahead and just open up another Coinbase account here. Okay, because I want to just go back and forth between my portfolio. So I'm at about 15%. I could average down on this, but I feel pretty good about 15% on XLM. My stop loss would probably be down there. I'd look to average down again at 10. Okay, but again, I'm not really looking to average down. The true stop loss on this is going to be around 9. I don't think we're going to break 9. Okay, just because where we are at on the weekly chart, we're getting pretty close to the bottom. Last time we hit the bottom here, this is when the bots turn on, right, and they start buying. Rip. So next week, I think we're going to be at 0 on XLM. I think this one's ready for a leg up. I've been saying that for a long time, but we're just stuck in this massive consolidation pattern. Let's check the order book on XLM real quick. Order book here. Let's go up a little bit. Okay, so you can see there's big orders at 11.2. Pretty big one down there at 10. Okay, so 10 cents would probably be my level. I'd set a buy order at, just to buy it with the smart money down there. But I'm not going to do it. I'm at a 15% position on that, so I'm keeping that the same. And then my last one I'm holding at the moment is MSOS. This one's sitting right on its 50-week here. This is a cannabis ETF. Cannabis has been in a 4-year downtrend, folks, since 2021, or 3 years. It's been going down. Cannabis just got absolutely racked. What I'm noticing, though, is massive volume start to pile into this cannabis ETF. So I think the cannabis stocks are going to be the next leg up. Like, I think they're probably going to have more returns than crypto over the next couple years, just because of how far we've gone down. All of retail has forgotten about cannabis. Nobody's thinking about cannabis stocks right now. But what I'm seeing is a breakout over that 50-week. Okay, we identified that. Our first call out on this was this green dot here at about 7:30. Okay, and then that thing shot all the way back up to 10. So now it's coming back down. It's not quite on the floor yet. And we don't got a green dot. I started a position on this this week. It was about it's about a 10% position. Actually, I think I'm at 20%. I think I went in a little too heavy. But if it comes down, I plan on averaging down. My stop loss on the trade is about $7. And again, this is an ETF. If you guys don't know what an ETF is, I don't know exactly what it stands for, but it's technically like you're just buying an index. So for example, the SPY is the S&P 500. That is the biggest 500 stocks. That is the top 500 stocks in the entire market, meaning the top 500 by market cap. So that's like Apple, Microsoft, right? You can see which stocks are in the SPY 500. So when you're buying the SPY 500, you're buying an ETF. Okay, so you're getting, you're buying Microsoft, you're buying Apple, you're buying Nvidia, you're buying Amazon, you're buying all of those at once. So when the SPY is going down, those big names, right, Microsoft, Apple, Nvidia, and Amazon are going down at that time. Okay, and it's the same thing down here. When we get on the floor, we look to buy. When we get the green dot, we look to buy. Okay, so that's how we read that. Okay, so that's what an ETF is. So this is like an ETF made up of a certain amount of stocks. So MSOS, what stocks are in the MSOS ETF? And you guys can look this up for yourself too. There's tons of ETFs. Okay, if you're buying stocks, I recommend ETFs. So you can see which cannabis stocks are in this. MRMD, TSNF, whatever, Curaleaf, CNPOF, all that. Okay, and there's another cool thing over here too called the research tool. I can type in /info MSOS. Okay, it's a stock, right? I don't even know if this thing has info. I think we tried to do this before. Okay, so some of them don't pull up, but you can see if you type in /info in your ticker, right? If I type in BTC USD, okay, you could actually look up all the info about the either the crypto or the stock. I think it even works with Forex, but you can see the market cap. You can see what it does. You can actually click on this link and read more about it. You can see the price changes. You can see all the current all-time highs, 1-year high, 1-year lows. Okay, all that information is available in that research tool, which is available to our members. So that's the portfolio. Let's finish going through the list, and I'll get through your guys' chart requests. I just want to look at QQQ real quick. QQQ is the tech sector. So if you don't know what stocks make that up, you guys could Google it. But the QQQ and the SPY, even the DJI. The DJI is the Dow Jones. Okay, so I can move that up to our ETF. So I just like to keep an eye on these because it tells me where the direction of the of stocks are going. So DJI is sitting on the bottom there. So the DJI, the SPY, and the QQQ have all pulled back over the coming weeks. So once we get a green dot on all three of these, okay, that'll be the time to get back into stocks. And you could even start averaging in right now, right? If you wanted to, start a position and then look to add again on the next green dot. My adding strategy is when if we hit the floor on this stochastic, I want to start my position. And then once we hit the floor, okay, I wait for the green dot and then I dollar cost average like I was talking about to you guys earlier. So again, starting the position at the bottom of the wave, because again, as traders, we're buying the bottom of the wave and we're selling the top of the wave. Okay, buying the bottom of the wave, selling the top of the wave. Okay, so once we get to the bottom of the wave, we can start our position, right? Boom, 5% of our position goes in. Okay, another 5% or 10% or 15% on the green dot. The green dot is the most confident indication that we are going higher. Okay, once we get the green dot, we can be sure, right? We can deploy our cash at the price. Okay, but that's what we're waiting on for Bitcoin to go in heavy on crypto. So I'm still sitting about 25% cash at the moment. I was sitting 50 a couple weeks ago, but I then reallocated. So I'm going to keep you guys up to date on Saturdays with my videos. The VIX, that thing's kind of going down there. IWM is another ETF. This is small cap stocks. So this is smaller cap stuff. Again, still kind of a falling knife, but we're trying to bounce there on the 50. Again, wait on the green dot on IWM. I already went over my portfolio, those names. We got Snapchat this week popping off. I dropped a video on this yesterday, I believe. That green dot came on Monday, folks. The green dot came on Monday. Okay, let's look it up here. Okay, it was somewhere in this general area, the 17th. It would have been around Snap on the 22nd. Okay, that thing came on the 22nd. It came right here. okay, at $11.34. This thing shot all the way up to $15. That called it out 3 days before this move. Now, they had earnings, and they absolutely crushed. They beat it by 26%. Okay, they beat it by 26%. So that caused their stock to go up. So the same thing with H-bar. You don't want to buy it at 15. Now that we got that green dot indication, can you start a position? Yes, absolutely. But now we got to move our stop losses up. So the new stop loss is $11. So if this thing comes down to 13, I would add another 5%. If it comes down to 12, I would add another 5%. Adding at those whole numbers, because the direction on this is going to be up. Okay, for the next 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. We know that because the last dot is green. Okay, the last time the green dot came back here in October, it went up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 weeks in a row. It went up. So this is just the first week. So if you enter at 15, you're fine. Just enter on the pullbacks. If it comes back down to 13, again, add. Okay, another 5%. If it comes back down to 12, add. As long as it holds 11, we're good. And this is a really, really strong looking chart. Okay, we're not looking to sell to the stochastic, which is only sitting at 20 right now, goes all the way back up here to 100 and gets back up here. Okay, that's what we're looking for on Snap. Okay, that one's still looking good. Still on the looking to buy list. DJT putting in a doji candle this week. If you guys don't know what a doji candle is, it's a reversal candle. Stop loss on that is still 30. I looked at, I mean, if you want to own this, this is Trump's new media company. Okay, it doesn't look bad with the stochastic on the floor here. I'd probably start a position now and then add again on the next green dot. Again, 5% now, 5% on the next signal. Okay, not going in too heavy. But that looks really good. And with the elections and stuff coming up, I got to think his media company's probably going to be getting a lot of ad dollars going in there to run ads on his platforms. Just an opinion, though. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy on YouTube, folks. A-firm's still looking juicy, but I'm waiting on the green dot on this one. Okay, I'm not jumping the gun. Okay, and I think they got earnings coming up here pretty soon. Yeah, looks like their earnings are coming up on the 8th. So I never like to play before earnings. If I do, I'm normally adding 50% of my position before and 50% after. We are extremely, extremely oversold here. But that doesn't mean the move has to go up. I want to wait for confirmation. The confirmation is going to be the green dot. That's when we'll look to attack A-firm. That green dot will be called out over there and inside of overkill alerts when it happens. Here's CGC. This is a pot stock. This looks really good. Okay, I'd put a trade on this one at 740. That'd be my stop loss level. I'd be in here. I'd be entering here. I think this one wants another leg up. Had that big wick down, and now we're getting a nice reversal candle there. I mean, this thing has a lot of room to run, dude. Okay, all-time high was up there at 600. I don't know if they did like a stock split or what. They must have. I think they did a stock split, but big volume. Look at the volume coming in. Again, this is when we start to pay attention when big volume comes in. Big volume is smart money, folks. You guys don't know what smart money is? This is literally the BlackRock, the institutions, everybody who has all the money, the billionaires, the trillionaires, so on and so forth. Okay, that is the smart money. We want to buy where the smart money's buying, folks. Okay, and they're buying down here at 3. Things shot up to 13. They made 400%. But now, right, traders are stepping in and trading it. And if we can break out over that $12 level, this thing should just absolutely run. So, again, I'm bullish on pot stocks. Here's MPU, still fading, waiting on the green dot on that one. AMD still waiting on the green dot, but that is coming down into the 50 there, and the stochastic is on the floor. If you're going to play that one, watch 140 this week. Here's iTub. I don't really know what this thing is, but someone I think requested it last week. The stochastic's down there on the floor. Again, waiting on the green dot. I would wait on confirmation on this one because I don't know what it is. Okay, so again, green dot. I'll go ahead and set up an alert on this because I don't think I set it up when I called it. So when you guys set an alert, again, you just right-click on the indicator, hit Add Alert. Okay, I use this small green dot for the buy signals, and I use the small red dot for the sell signals. So look at that. We just had one go off there on Fort. Okay, Fort just flashed a green dot here live. I'm going to set this one up once per bar, and then this is the special code I use. You guys don't need to put anything here, but I use this code to call it out over here inside the Discord for us. Okay, so that's going to give us the signal when a green dot hits. Again, I like this one. Stochastics on the floor. It's sitting right on the 50. Current level to watch is 595 on that one. For some reason, I think that one is the I don't even know. I think it's an ETF. But you can see Fort here flashing a green dot. So what you do is you set your stop loss at 22 on this one. Okay, but look at the daily. Okay, the daily's coming down here. So I wouldn't chase this one here. Okay, if you do want to chase it, set a stop loss at 22. Again, the weekly looks good, but the daily is a little more concerning. But it is sitting right on that level. So if you wanted to play this, your risk to the downside is at 22. So you know your risk, right? You know your risk is 18% to the downside. So you just have to calculate that into your position. Not all green dots are created equal. Okay, the ones down here, in my opinion, are better to buy than the ones up here. But this is a reversal pattern, big reversal pattern here, and that's a nice looking setup. So stop loss on that, I actually put right there at 19. Okay, as long as 19 holds, that one looks good. I'd look to average down. I'd enter now. I take 5% of my position on the green dot, and then 5% on the next daily green dot. Okay, get an average, because if it comes down to 25, boom, you could buy it again, and then it'll rip. But this one looks very, very bullish, and that monthly chart looks like it's just starting. So I believe this one is on, it is on our looking to buy list. I'm going to move that one up because we did get a green dot. I'm going to put that one at number 3 this week. Okay, and that's a green dot. And that's a nice doji candle. That means buyers are stepping in. You got big buy volume coming in here. We bounce right on that 50-week. Again, the less conservative stop loss is at 18. Put your stop loss at 22. That's the candle we're getting the green dot on. So that's the one that you want to use as the maker there. Okay, that would mean we'd have to break below that 50-week moving average. Okay, I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but time will tell. We're looking to sell when the stochastic, the light blue line, gets back up there on that white dotted line there. Here's PLTR. Okay, this one's also trying to set up here as well. It's got earnings this week too, though. So again, I don't really like to play stuff into earnings unless it's literally giving me a green dot, just like Snap did. I didn't take a position on that because I didn't have my stock portfolio going till the other day. But that was a real nice move there on Snap. So let's wait for the dot on PLTR. That's what we're waiting on. SoFi got a green dot this week. This one's still looking good. Stop loss is still 642 down there. I'm still a buyer of SoFi this week, too. I'm going to move that one up to number 4. Let's look at HNT, still dropping here. Okay, we're getting a little bit of wick action. Okay, again, waiting on that green dot confirmation. Okay, here's ENS. This looks good. This is an Ethereum name here, sitting right on the 50. I'd be a buyer this week with the stochastic down here. I'd go 5% now, 5% on the next green dot. Okay, and that's how you could play that. Current stop loss, man, that's a big drop down there to 10. That's about a 25% drop, but that's the risk you got to take. That's why we only allocate about 5% of our portfolio, but this looks good. Okay, no green dot yet, but the green dot will be major confirmation. That's going to be number 5 on the day. Here's ASM. Okay, it's trying to turn here. It's trying to turn the corner. This one you're gonna want to use a stop loss at 0.026. Okay, that's where we wick down there. Lots of sell volume here. Honestly, I don't know anything about this project. That's why I didn't buy it. Okay, but it had a massive flush from what, 20 cents all the way down to 3. So I would just wait on a green dot, folks. That's all you got to do. You can add here. You can start your position down here, but just don't go in too heavy. Okay, go heavy when you get the green dot if you want to go heavy. Here's ALF, looking like it wants to reverse here. Look at that. Okay, that's a big volume bar here. Look at that, folks. ALPH. Let me go ahead and drop this one. This is going to be the chart of the day here. ALPH. Rip. Okay, ALF. ALEPH. Bang. Okay, that's a good looking reversal candle there. It's trying to break out with big volume here. Okay, stochastic coming up off the floor. I think we see a green dot on this one come tomorrow. Okay, that's big volume there. ALPH is looking good. I'm moving that one up probably above DJT. Okay, that's going to be, I'm actually putting that one number 1 this week, to be honest with you. Okay, my stop loss on the trade would be around 19. 19 is the level to watch. You're only risking about 5 cents here. Okay, watching for some continuation. Just make sure it holds 19. Okay, and you'll be good. Filecoin. Okay, stochastic is now back on the floor. Okay, my stop loss on this is around 450. As long as 450 holds, I think we're fine on this. Okay, wait for the green dot. If you want to be absolutely sure, you can start a position here and use a stop at 5 or at 450 if you want. But again, waiting on confirmation will never let you go broke here, folks. Doesn't look bad though. Dot also, okay, setting up here with the stochastic on the floor. So this is a good place to start a position at $6.60. Stop loss is going to be $5.78. Okay, start a position here and then add your additional position on the next green dot because it's coming, folks. I think in the next 1 to 3 weeks you're going to see a green dot on this chart as long as 578 holds. Here's What is this? XRP. Okay, XRP is also looking interesting here as well. Okay, it had that big wick down to 43. They sucked it right back up. Now we're getting a doji. I think we're also going to get a green dot on this as well next week as long as 50 cents holds. Let's look at the depth chart on XRP, actually. Look at this. Okay, what's that? 5. Let's see here. Let's go to 0.5 here. So the biggest stack is sitting at about 50, and then there's another one at 45, and then 40. Okay, not too big a volume in this one, but when XRP moves, it moves very, very fast. You can see it went right here from 50 up to 80 in the matter of seconds. Okay, now we're getting a doji candle this week. Blue wave is actually down here below the white wave, and the white wave's pointing up in a sharp way. Again, the green dot will be the tell. If 50 cents holds here, I think we get a green dot next week. Okay, either in 1 to 3 weeks, as long as 50 cents holds on XRP. Here's DSO, putting in another really nice doji this week as well. Stop loss on this trade is 22.50. I want to check the order book on this one as well here. Okay, so that one's in 5s. Let's bring it down to 2.5. Yeah, they got a big fat stack at 10. I don't think that's going to happen. But there's a fat stack at 25 and another fat stack at 22.50. If you look at the dollar amounts, the biggest stack sitting at 25. So 22 is going to be the stop loss. That's where the big limit orders end. $22 is about our stop loss. So if 22 breaks, okay, you're out. So I would actually be a buyer of this name here, and then I'd set a stop loss at 22, and then I would look to add to my position on the next green dot. I like DSO this week as well. I'm going to move that one up to, I'm going to put that one below Snapchat there. Just make sure you use a stop loss at 22 again, because that's where the order book tells you. Okay, 22's down here. That's like the end of the big fat stacks of buyers. Okay, 22. There's a big fat stack at 25 too. Okay, what's the daily look like on DSO here? Okay, getting rejected a little bit. So yeah, 22 needs the hold, folks. 22 absolutely needs the hold on DSO. And again, you could be absolutely sure. You don't have to take a position right now. You don't have to. It's not against the it's not against the rules. Okay, but the green dot will be the absolute confirmation when it comes. I'm not saying this thing's going to go up here. Okay, because it could very well break 22 and get freaking pile drive down to 15. Very possible. That's why we use those stop losses that I went over at the beginning of the video. Okay, that is why. Okay, we're limiting our risk using position sizing and using our levels. COMP. Stop loss on this is 43. Putting in a bull. What do they call this? A bull hammer here. Red bull hammer. It's not as bullish, but stochastics on the floor. Again, when the stochastic hits the floor is when I like to take my first position. That is my first 5%. Boom, being allocated to the asset that I want to own for the long term, for the next 1 to 8 weeks. Okay, 1 to 12 weeks. Okay, because if this thing pumps up 100% in the next week and I buy it, I'm going to sell some. I'm not going to hold it. 100% move is insane. Okay, that's why you saw H bar dip down so hard there. Okay, so as long as comp holds 43, we're good on this one. I'd be looking to buy this one this week as well. Okay, because got the stochastic on the floor. 43 cents would be, or $43 would be my stop loss. Okay, again, this is our overkill watch list, guys. We cover this every single Saturday. These are names we're actively looking to buy. We covered the altcoin watch list on Wednesday. If you guys want to watch that video and haven't seen that, come over here to the latest video. I drop all of my videos inside the Discord channel. You literally never miss a thing over here. Wednesdays, we cover chart requests in our altcoin watch list. And Saturdays, we cover our overkill watch list and also chart requests, which I will be getting to here in just a second. Perp also down here on the floor. So again, I'd be starting my position. Stop loss on that's 82. AVAX, we got a stop loss at 29 set. That one's sitting right near that 50-week moving average. So again, I know I point this out in every video, but if you guys are new, we want to buy as close to our mean as possible. The mean that we use here as weekly chart traders is going to be the light blue line. That is the 50-week moving average. If you think about a 50-week period, okay, that's about the average price over a year. Okay, 52 weeks in a year, this is the average price. So we don't like to buy when stuff is below our 50-week moving average because we're trading against the trend, right? When we buy when it's above the 50-week moving average, we're trading in an uptrend. Okay, we're trading things when we're going up. And as traders, we want to trade with the direction. There's a saying, the trend is your friend. Okay, the trend is your friend. We don't buy when we're below in a downtrend. If anything, we're shorting, right? We're setting shorts. Okay, but I don't short a lot, to be honest with you. I think there's always something that's in a bull market, and that's what I like to look to buy. Right now, I believe that is crypto and cannabis stocks. Those are my targets right now. Okay, and there's some other stocks like Snapchat, of course, but the most important thing is to buy as close to that mean as possible. We don't want to be buying up here 60% off the mean like the majority of people were up here on AVAX. Everyone's buying AVAX at $66, and then they watch their account go down 54%. Okay, I was telling you guys to sell up in this area. I was saying, hey, we're 60% off of our mean, okay? We're 60% off. Why are you guys so excited? When we get to 60% off the mean, that's when I look to unload my positions. Okay? When we're way up here, everyone's just in delusion. 60% premiums is where we like to sell because there's always a correction. You see it, boom, corrected down to that. AVAX doesn't look bad here. Okay, Stochastic is finally back on the floor. I'm going to move this one up as well. Okay, I'm going to move this one up to, let's put it, where were we? Comp was a buy. ENS, I'm looking to buy these. I'm going to add another section here. Boom. Okay, so these ones I'm looking to buy this week. Okay, I'd probably be adding to my position or I would be starting a position, right? Cody also looks nice. Okay, nice Doty this week. Next week's going to be interesting here, folks. Cody, you just need the green dot. Okay, but we're sitting right on our mean right now. So 9 cents is the stop loss on Cody. If you're in it, set a stop loss at 9. Here's Algo. Ooh, Algo's got a green candle this week. Okay, we'll see if that thing closes green. But 19 cents. I'm going to put a stop loss on this one at 14. Okay, as long as 14 holds, we're good. And I'm actually looking to buy that one here too. I like the range. Okay, as long as it holds 14, I really, really like Algorand here. Here's Osmo. Okay, Stochastic's on the floor. Level you want to watch this week, if you're in it, is 80 cents. If you think this is the bottom, okay, if you think this big candle was the bottom, 80 cents is your level. Green dot will be the tell. Okay, wait for the green dot on that one. That's a lower cap coin. Here's Flow, also sitting directly, as I'm making this video, right on that 50 week at 95. Okay, so you're sitting right on the mean here. Okay, right on the mean here. And that one's looking good. Okay, I'd be a buyer of this name this week. Okay, stop loss on the trade is going to be 76 cents. Again, taking 5% now that we're down here on the Stochastic and 5% again on the next green dot. You can go 5, 10, 15% on the green dot, whatever you want to do. Okay, you make up your own position size rules. I use 20% as a general rule from my portfolio, 20% allocation. I never want to go over 20%. Again, I'm sitting 30% in V-Chain right now because I got excited. Okay, but I'm okay with that because I'm long on the asset. 20% is a good general rule, though. That's why I like to add in bits of 5%. 5% now, 5% later. If you go all in at once and your thing goes down 25%, then you're pissed off, like a lot of you are today with H-bar, right? A lot of you guys, some of you guys bought at 18 cents, and now it's all the way back down to 10. That's a 60% drop, literally. Okay, you just watched your account get wrecked in the matter of a couple days, 40% drop. Okay, that's because you're buying the hype. You're buying the hype. You want to wait for a little pullback. Okay, I still like H-bar too. I'd be looking to add. I set that limit order at the beginning of this video at like 9.095, I believe. So again, just averaging in. Here's APT sitting right on the dot as well. Going to remain a buyer of this with a stop loss at 736. Okay, 736 on that one. Here's ZRX, also looking good coming into support here. I think we're going to bounce, guys. I think we're going to see a bounce, at least in altcoins, right? I'm not really interested in trading Bitcoin. Okay, I don't own any Bitcoin, actually, to be honest with you guys. I just own altcoins. I showed you guys my portfolio. But a lot of these altcoins are getting back down at the bottom of their waves. So a lot of people are a little more fearful now, which is good, right? People are unclear. What's it called? FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. There's a lot of that going on right now. No one really knows what direction we're going in. I think it's up, folks. I think Bitcoin's going to have a really hard time breaking 59K. And if it breaks 59K, right, if Bitcoin breaks 59K, we're probably coming back down to 45. But if that happens, it's going to happen really fast because I think there's going to be so many buy orders and whales looking to get in at that level, it's not even going to be funny. It's going to be like one of these wicks that just goes boop, whoop. It'll get wicked down really fast and go right back up. So I'm not playing scared right now. You guys see I'm still sitting 25% cash because it is still like a 50-50 flip until we get the green dot. But just looking at where some of these altcoins are in regards to their stochastics, right? This is the time we want to be buying, right? When we're on the floor. We're buying the bottom of the wave, selling the top of the wave, folks. We want to be adding, building positions down here, looking for ads, okay? Add on the big red days, not the big green days. Here's SNX also sitting down there on the floor. Again, I'd start my position now that we're on the floor, and then I'd add to it when we get the green dot. Here's UMA. Ugh. I don't know about this one. What's this one do? I feel like I look this one up every single time that we... every single time we do a video recently. But it is on the look at the buy list, so it's about a $220 million company. Financial contracts platform built into the universal market access. UMA builds infrastructure for priceless financial contracts, DeFi contracts that maximize Oracle usage, avoiding many security and scalability issues that have plagued decentralized finance. It's built on the Ethereum network. Okay, so this one's interesting. I think the level to watch on this one is going to be $2, but the stochastic is back down there on the floor. Let's go ahead and add this one. It's been catching my attention recently. So, I mean, that thing was up at $7 not too long ago. It's down 50% from where it was. So, UMA looks good. I'm going to add that one into the list. Here's Badger. Badger I like too. I don't know what the heck this thing does, but $3.30 is going to be the stop loss. I'm going to add that one in, sitting right on our mean. Right on our mean, right on our average price where we want to be buying. Okay, we want to be buying right here above the mean. The mean is the 50-week moving average. That is the light blue line. And the stochastic is on the floor. So I'm going to add that one in there. Did I add comp? Yeah, comp was on the floor there as well. So I'm looking to buy that one. Dot, I'm going to look to buy that one as well. I added that in. XRP is pretty much always a buy to me. That's more of a fundamental play than a technical play. ZRX we covered. ILV. Okay, this one looks good too. Stop loss on this one's 81. Let's go ahead and move that one up as well. $81 is the level to watch. Here's ARB. Okay, this one only has about a 10% risk now. It is still a falling knife, so I want to wait for a doji candle. I'm not going to be a buyer just yet because, again, we're down below the 50 now. But 90 cents would be the level you want to set your stop loss at if you're in on that one. Here's Super, that one's back down on the floor. We can move our stop loss up to 70. 70 cents is the new stop loss on Super. Okay, again, waiting for that green dot confirmation, but the stochastic RSI is on the floor there. Here's Rose. Rose looks good. Okay, that one's bouncing right off the level as well. Okay, 7 cents is my stop loss on this. Boom, we're tapping the 50. Okay, stochastic's on the ground. Beautiful small inside candle there. Okay, set your stop loss on this one at 7.9. 7.9 is your level. Okay, that's a 20% risk. So again, 5% now, 5% on the green dot. Mina, same thing. Okay, not a bad place to start a position. Stochastics on the floor, just like it was back over here for the first time since 37 cents. Thing went all the way up to $1.70. That's a 500% move. And we're right back down where we need to be here. Okay. Mina's going to be, it's sitting a little bit below its 5-week. I'm sorry, it's 50-day. My stop loss on that one is 65, though. Okay, stop loss on that is 65 again. 5% now. 5% now. Again, I'm talking about allocation here. If you guys don't know what 5% of your total portfolio is, get a calculator. Let me pull this up for you. Let me pull this up for you here. Okay. Let's see here. Let's drag this over here. So if you don't know what 5% of your portfolio is, all you got to do is type in 45,000 times, okay, 5% is 0.05. Boom. That's how much I'm adding to my position to start. Okay, just 5% of my portfolio. If you have a $10,000 portfolio, again, 10,000 is the amount that you have in your portfolio, 0.05. Okay, I don't want to exceed that on any one position. Okay, so $500 would be how much you would put in for a 5% position right now on whatever name you're wanting to buy. And then again, when you get the next green dot, boom, add another 5%. Okay, if you want to do 10%, which is getting a little heavy, okay, to do all at once. Again, you could buy in bits and pieces. There's nothing wrong with that, but 0.01 is 1,000. Okay, so to use percentages, you just use the And then 1 is going to be 10. Okay, 2.2 is 20%, 0.3 is 30%, right? And then 0.05 is 5%. So again, if you have $1,000 portfolio and you do not want to exceed 5% on any one position, okay, 0.05 is $50. If you have a smaller account, like $1,000 account, I would go 10. Okay, I'd put 10% in and use it that way. But again, everyone has a different portfolio. You guys could see my portfolio. I share that with you guys. I'm fully transparent with everything that I do. I'm not pumping and dumping and things on you guys, and I wanted to do that from the jump. So again, not a financial advisor. I've just been doing this for a little bit, and I've learned a few things over time. So make sure you guys read the disclaimer over here when you guys get into the channel, because again, none of this is financial advice. It's for entertainment and educational purposes only. Okay, documentation purposes as well. It actually helps me understand to teach it, and that's one of the reasons why I do it as well, because it helps me out. And some of you guys message me all the time. I mean, I get numbers of messages all the time in the Discord saying how much I've helped you guys, and I just know that I get more value out of this channel than just as much as you guys do, and I learn from you guys as well, which is cool. This channel is not about me. It's not about you. It's about us as a community, and it's a lot better to win together than it is by ourselves. So that's what it's all about here. INJ, that had a big wick down to 17. That's going to be the new level. Again, the stochastic still sitting on the floor, but to me, this one's still a fallen knife. Let's wait on the green dot to add again to this one. I'm not going to be a buyer just yet, but that is sitting right on that 50 week at the moment. So your stop loss on this is 17. This is a Solana ecosystem play. Next green dot, I think, is going to be an excellent opportunity there on INJ. Here's power. Power's still fine over 25, guys. Don't get impatient here. Okay, the wave's getting down here. You can see the blue wave is now down below that zero line, which is where we want to be. Okay, I would average down on your power position. I would not sell it here unless it breaks 25 cents. Okay, I'd be in and I'd have a stop loss at 25 cents. Okay, and then I would look to sell it if it breaks that level, but I'd be looking to add again if you guys are still holding on the next green dot. And I think that's coming here pretty soon. Okay, nice big daily candle there too. Wow. Okay, watch power, 25 cents is the stop loss. I'd go ahead and be a buyer of that this week. I'd be looking to add again on the green dot though. Okay, if you don't have a position, you could start one. Again, 5% this week and 5% on the next green dot. We're getting close here to the end of the list. We got INJ, we covered that. Here's, oh man, GRT looks really bullish too. Look at that stochastic. Okay, 20 cents is the stop on this one. That one looks good. Okay, stochastic's on the floor. 50% now, 50% on the next green dot. Okay, when I say 50%, I mean 50% of your total position. Okay, if you want to have your total position be 20%, you add 10% now, 10% on the green dot. You can do 5% now, 5% on the green dot. Again, it's just all about how you want to allocate your portfolio. Everybody's different. Here's IMX, but GRT looks really good. IMX looks really good here too with a stop loss at 173. Stochastic is on the floor, so I'd be starting my position, and I'd be looking to add to it on the next green dot. Here's True. True's just really bullish. I don't know why this is on the looking to buy list, though, because Stochastic's way up here. I'm going to add that one into our red list real quick. Wouldn't be looking to buy that. Here's QI. I'd be looking to buy this one. 0.01 is the level we're watching on that. Stochastic's on the floor, so I would go ahead and start my position now and put the other 50%, other part of my position in on the next green dot. Okay, QI is looking really good. Stochastic on the floor. The green dot will be the confirmation there. Here's ALCX. Okay, consolidating right there on the 50. Looks good. Stop loss is still 22.45. That one's getting close to the bottom, too. I'd start my position on ALCX here as well. Okay, that one looked like it wanted to take off there, and then the market sold off. That was a big reversal candle there, and then they dumped it. Okay, the market sold off. So 22 is a solid stop loss on ALCX. I think you could build a position around that level. Again, if 22 breaks, we got to get out. Next green dot, though, on the daily, you could look to add. Okay, that one looks good. Okay, sitting right on that 50 there. Okay, right on that 50. And again, if you guys don't know what any of these names are, you can come use the research tool. So ALCX, you just come over here to the research tool tab, type /info ALCX USD because it's a crypto. Bam. Okay, $55 million market cap. That is tiny. Very, very tiny project here. Very small. Okay, I'd actually like to look at their website. Let's check it out. They got a website. Yep, they got two websites. Okay, this is one of those 50, what was it, $50 million? Yeah, super small market cap. Looks like a game. Looks like a game. Okay, so they connect with MetaMask, Coinbase wallet. They connect with every single wallet. So that's interesting. I'm gonna add this one in. Okay, ALCX is up there, and I mean that's just this is kind of a Hail Mary play. You guys saw the PNG trade. You guys remember that? Okay, if you didn't, go look at my TikTok. We were literally buying this thing right here at like a $40 million market cap, which is right around where ALCX is. At 8 cents, it went all the way up to 80 cents. Okay, 90 cents on that. That was a 10x trade. I ended up selling it at like 41, I think. Got it at 8.48. That was a 400% move. I had like $10,000 in it. That was a $40,000 trade right there. My best trade of all time. And that was because it was a really low market cap coin. So the lower the market cap, the bigger they're going to move. Right? Bitcoin's not going to go up 400% in one day because it's a $1 trillion market cap. That would mean the market cap would have to go from $1 trillion to $5 trillion overnight for that to happen, right? That's not going to happen. There's no way. Where would the $5 trillion come from? Okay, to go 500% on this, right, it would have to be, well, to go 10x, it would have to be a $500 million company, which there's tons of $1 billion projects out there. So again, I'm not pumping ALCX. I'm just saying it looks really, really interesting. Sitting right here. What the heck? Oh yeah, looking to buy. Oops. Portfolio. I was putting these in my portfolio. I'm going to put these back down here. Okay, so ALCX is like that low cap play here. So I start building my position right here at 25. Let's look at the depth chart. And it's on Coinbase, which gives it credibility, right? So the depth chart is telling us, okay, let's go to the 50s. Okay, there's some big orders set at 24.50. Okay, also another one at 24, and then there's some down here at like 21. That's where it ends. So I'd actually probably set my stop loss at 2021. I set it at 2050. Okay, 2050 be my stop loss on it, but I kind of want to play this one, dude. Let's play it. I'm going to do it live here for you guys. Let's do a limit order. I'm going to buy this one right now. I'm just going to say 25. At 25, I want to get in on this. Okay, I know we don't got a green dot yet, but the stochastic's going to be at 0 come next week, and we're holding this position really easy right now. Okay, it's holding on to that level. So my stop loss, again, is going to be 21. Okay, that's the bottom of that level, because if that breaks, we're in a downtrend. So I'm going to put it at like 20.75. It's going to be my stop. Okay, so I'll execute this live for you guys just so you guys can see how I execute. So I'm going to do 25% of my cash position, which is going to be around $2,000. That's about a 5% allocation of my portfolio, right? I'm not exceeding 5% on any one of my positions. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hit buy here. And hopefully that executes pretty quickly. Okay, it filled. It filled at 25. So now you can see that added into my portfolio there. Bang. Okay, and I love Coinbase Pro because you actually get to set those limit orders. So I'm at about a 4% allocation right there. Okay, and my average entry was, again, 25. I think I put it in for $25. Yeah, it was 25. So now that I bought it, now I want to set a stop loss. And you remember, I identified my stop loss was the bottom of this candle over here, because if that breaks down, yeah, this is not a bull market. This is not a bear market. It should not break this high if we are still bullish, or this low if we are bullish. So I'm going to set my stop loss at 20.75. I always want to set it a little bit below that level. I'm going to call it 20.70. Again, this is just the bottom of where we bounced back here. So right now, if we bounce at this spot, we're making a higher low. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it at 20.70. Okay? And if 20.70 hits, I want the order to execute at 20.50. Okay, I want to sell my whole position. So I'm going to lose a total of about $400 on this trade, which is about 1% of my portfolio. Okay, $400 is about 20% of my portfolio. A little less than, not 20%, a little less than 1% of my portfolio if I'm wrong on this. So I can take a trade right now. Okay, I could put 5% in, and then I could put 5% in again on the next green dot and get my position up to 10% if that's what I want to do. So I'm going to go ahead and set this. Again, my stop price is 20.70. Okay, that's the bottom of this level. Okay, the bottom of this level right here, because if that breaks, I'm wrong. And I told you guys in the depth chart here, okay, the last big order is right there at 21. So to me, they're going to try to hold this thing over 21 as hard as they can. You can see that big order right there at 24.52. Okay, but I'm using the bottom of this green bar right here. See, that's where the limit orders kind of drop off after that. 21's the level. And that makes sense because 21 was the level we bounced back there. So they're not going to let it fall below that, in my opinion. And I'm going to be a little bit more conservative. And I'm actually going to set it at 20.50 because I like to go in either whole numbers or half, right, 50 cents. So let's set this at 220.25. Okay, so again, I'm risking about $400 on this trade. I'm going to go ahead and place that, and I can look at my orders over here and cancel them anytime. So if I wanted to cancel that, I could just click on it and hit cancel order. But if that thing breaks, right, if that thing breaks 20.50, it's going to sell for me automatically because I'm going to be wrong on the trade. But right now, with where the stochastic is, where the white wave is, and how we're consolidating right here on our mean again is this average price, right? Average price right there. And that is our blue line, okay? This thing just got absolutely clobbered, okay? Bear market, bear market, bear market. But when we break out over the blue line, that's when we want to start paying attention. So if this thing breaks down below 21, I'm wrong on the trade, and I'm prepared to be wrong, and I know exactly how much I'm going to lose if I'm wrong. I'm going to lose $400 if I'm wrong, which is about 1% of my total portfolio. And I am okay losing 1% of my total portfolio on this trade because this can literally go back up to $500 from 25. That's more than the 10x. So that's what I'm playing here on ALCX. You guys just saw that executed live. I think that was the first trade ever executed live, at least using Coinbase Pro here on the channel. So congratulations if you just experienced that. By the way, we are doing a $1,000 Bitcoin giveaway. That is in 7 days, happening on May 4th. You do have to be a member of the Discord in order to participate. So if you're a Spartan and you are watching this, make sure you come in here and you click this emoji. Okay, all you got to do is click that, and then that will enter you into the giveaway. Okay, it says I'm already in, so hopefully I do not, I want to make sure I don't win. I'm going to leave that. Okay, I left the giveaway. So there's 62 people in here. There's going to be one winner. One winner is going to get that $1,000 worth of Bitcoin. That was for hitting the 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Again, thank you guys for all your support. You guys are what keep this channel going. Again, I hope you guys get some value out of this channel and watching these videos. I appreciate everybody that smashes the like and leaves a comment and just helps with the YouTube algorithm. My goal is to do this full time one day for you guys, and I think we're getting pretty close to being there. I said once we get to 1,000 members in the Discord, I'd probably do it, but we're about halfway there, so probably a couple more years, and we're going to be doing this full time, folks, and hopefully you guys are banging out with some trades here. So CTSI, 15 cents is the level on this one. You can actually probably move that up to 17 if you want to play it. Stochastic on the floor. Again, white wave starting to point up there, looking good. Metis, okay, also sitting right there on the 50 as well. A lot of these are just sitting right on their 50s. They're bouncing right where we want them to bounce. So I think altcoin season's right around the corner. PYR, I wouldn't like to buy here. I mean, the stop loss is 4. By the way, I got to go ahead and I just told you guys I bought where'd that ALCX go? Yeah, it's right there. Okay. ALCX. I got to notify you guys over there. I will forget. ALCX is on the looking to buy list, obviously, because I just bought it. But I also notify you guys of all my trades over here as well, in case you miss a video. ALCX. Added. ALCX. Position makes up 5% of my total portfolio. Watch today's video to see why. Bang. Boom. Watch today's latest. It's going to drop in that latest video tab. By the way, if you guys ever miss a live or anything like that, or a premiere, the replay is always right here. Bang. This was Wednesday's video right here. 5 crypto that could 100x during altcoin season. Okay, this video is also being dropped over here as well. You guys never miss one of those. I just want to make sure I called that out. Here's a SEI. Okay, if you guys are playing this one, use a stop loss at 50 cents. Make sure it doesn't hold 50 cents. It is coming out off the stochastic. Again, this thing's ran pretty hard. Okay, and had a pretty big flush. I was telling you guys to sell it up here at $1. It's at 60 cents now. So you just experienced a 40% dip if you were getting greedy up here. Again, guys, we're selling the top of the wave. Okay, we want to sell up here. Okay, we want to buy down here. Okay, if you guys are holding up here, you're being greedy. You're being greedy. And that's what happens when you're greedy. You get crushed. Okay, I'm not saying this can't remember or return back, okay, and keep going higher. But, right, if you were in down here, from 10 cents up to $1, that's a 10x trade. So the true stop loss is going to be around 40 cents on this. That's the macro support there. Okay, got a red dot on the daily this week, but that doesn't matter. Okay, as long as it holds 41, I like it. Just waiting on that green dot. AXL, I like this one too. Let's look at the market cap on this one. AXL, I think it's Axlar. Okay, that's about a $700 million company. So if ALCX, the one that I just bought, goes to this market cap, that's a 10x trade. Meaning my $2,500 that I just invested will turn into $25,000. Okay, if it catches up to that market cap. It'd be a little bit more, actually. But this is a little bigger of a coin. It looks like it's a interchain communication play. DApp, decentralized. I think that stands for DApp. You can think of it as Stripe or Web3 for developers. That's why I added this one to the list, because I use Stripe for my business. I run a marketing company, but it looks like a payment, interchain communication, secure. Using a bunch of fancy words there, but if it's like Stripe's like $100 billion company. So I'm adding that one to the looking to buy list as well. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 names that you could be adding to your watch list this week. And again, I'm going to go ahead and take this playlist after I scan our red list. I use our red list. I scan these. What I scan the red list for is the stochastic being on the floor or us being near the 50. Okay, so like sound, for example, I'm going to go ahead and add that one to the looking to buy list now that it's sitting there near the 50. This one is sitting down there on the 50 and also coming off the floor. That's Mara. This is the Bitcoin miner. I'm going to go ahead and add that one to our looking to buy list this week. Here's MMND. This one's just too far extended. I'd want to buy this one back into $5. So the red list is the list that we're like looking for pullbacks on. Like these are names that we still follow, but we're looking for pullbacks, right? Either into our 50 week, that is our mean. Okay, our mean, or we want to look for the stochastic RSI being on the floor or a green dot. We're looking for one of those three signals. If we get one of those three signals, we want to add it to our purple list. So this is like good names, but we're looking to take positions. Roadblocks breaking down there. Nothing. Nobody's home. Stochastics on the floor here on net. I'm just not sold on that one. Rivian just getting freaking rocked. Holy smokes, dude. I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole. AI coming down there. I like AI around 19, but oof. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Below the 50. Again, our rule over here on the trading rules, guys, we only buy assets that are trending above the 50 week. So where is AI right now? AI is below its 50-week moving average. It is below the 50 week there. Okay. Meaning we don't want to touch it. Okay, it would be breaking our rule. Robinhood I like, but I want it to come down to 13 and touch the 50. We're just too far, right? The wave is too far up there. Okay, we don't want to buy the top of the wave. We want to buy the bottom of the wave. Okay, we're very picky about what we buy. Okay, here's POLS. This is also a Polkadot play, a play on Polkadot. I'll go ahead and put that one in the looking to buy list. Here's CCL. It's getting close, just really choppy, dude. Really, really choppy. I just don't like it. Square. Not looking too bad. I'll go ahead and add that one in. Okay, it's sitting on the 50. Stochastic's getting pretty close to the bottom. And I like that one. Okay, stop loss on a trade on Square would be 68 here. Okay, and they're bouncing pretty nicely there as well. But they got earnings coming up. So they're also kind of a crypto play as well. So I actually like this one this week. 68's the level to watch. We got MSTR. Again, just too high. Okay, we want to buy down in this area. Look, if you were buying down in this area last time, the bottom of the wave, you were buying right there at 400. It went all the way up to 2,000. You know how big of a trade that is? Come on, do the math. Come on now. You got it. 285% move. Okay, you put in 10,000 here, you made $28,000. Okay, playing the bottom of the wave, selling the top of the wave. It's that easy, folks. Okay, Uber's back down on the floor, but we're still a little bit off of the 50 week there. So we could pay attention to that one. I'm just really not interested in trading it, to be honest with you. Daku. Okay, Daku actually broke down below that level. Just doesn't look good. DKNG not close enough. Neo's on the floor there, but it's below our 50-week. Okay, Tesla's still getting racked here, trying to find a bottom there at 130. Okay, we'll see if that holds up. We'll keep an eye on that. PayPal getting a nice doji candle here, but again, the stochastic is just too far up there for my liking. Stochastic too high there. Ethereum's finally getting back down there. Golly. Level to watch on Ethereum's going to be 31. Okay, but that trend looks pretty damn strong there. Shiba, again, too high up there on the stochastic. FTM, not close. Here's Pinterest, got racked below that level there. It's got earnings coming up there on the 30th. That's going to be next week. That looks like Tuesday. Okay, that wicked down pretty hard there. I don't know. Pinterest, I don't use it enough. I don't really want to follow that one anymore, to be honest with you guys. Lyft. Okay, Lyft coming down into its level. We're just not quite there yet. I want to buy that thing closer to the 50 there. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. Disney, also looking for a pullback. But who trades Disney? Like, I don't want to trade Disney. I'm taking that one off the list. Okay, VThor, this is a play on VeChain, just a smaller cap coin. This one looks like it wants to absolutely take Lyft as well. I'm gonna go ahead and put this one on the looking to buy list as well. That one would go into looking to buy over there. Stochastic on the floor. Make sure it holds that 0.003 level there. Here's API 3. This looks good as well. Stochastic's on the floor, touching the 50 there. This looks like a play on AI. Okay, doesn't look bad here. It is getting rejected a little bit off of that, but I'd set a stop loss on this one at 188. Again, I like the stochastic being on the floor here. I'd be looking on a bounce. I'd be playing a bounce here. Okay, best thing you could do is wait for confirmation on that thing. 230 is where we'd be starting our position, and stop loss would be at 188. So that one looks interesting. That one's over there on the list. HST coming down here. Stochastic, boom. Stochastic on the floor. We're sitting at the 50. This looks like a hotels and resorts play. Just doesn't have enough juice for me, to be honest with you. I'm going to take that one off the list as well. UMC, no idea what this is and why it's on our list. Here's NAT. Nah. I just don't like it. Solana. Okay, Solana's back down here on the floor as well. So level to watch on this is going to be 116. We're going to go ahead and be buyers of Solana. That's the first time I've said that in a long time. But I like the stochastic being down here on the floor. If Bitcoin does get the bounce next week, okay, it's gonna fly. But if it doesn't, 116 is the level we want to watch. Here's ET, Energy Transfer. Okay, way too far off the 50 here. Okay, way too far off the 50. Stochastic's way too high for us. Here's ARBK. ARBK is kind of rounding the corner here. This is also a crypto play, a blockchain, very low market cap, nobody knows about, kind of like Riot and Mara, but it is trying to make a higher high here. Again, waiting on the green dot on this one, but we are really, really close. Again, the last time the green dot came was back here. Bang, 99 cents. It went all the way up to $5. Okay, so that was a huge trade last time. So we'll see if it happens again on the next green dot. We're going to wait on that. Okay, that alert will be called out in the Discord. Here's Ford. Who wants to trade Ford? Golly. We don't have to cover Bitcoin again. CVE. Okay, too extended. Okay, this is an energy company again. Jim Cramer's telling you to buy energy right now. That's because we just ran up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 weeks in a row. We're not buying after 10 weeks in a row up, folks. We want to buy when 10 weeks in a row down. Not when Jim Cramer starts talking about it on CNBC, right? Jim Cramer's telling you to buy it up here. Okay, smart money wants you to buy. These guys want you to buy it up here so they can sell it to you. Don't be a sheep. Okay, do not be a sheep. Okay, CVE, no, we're sellers. ENJ, stochastic back on the floor there. It is below our 50-week, but barely. You're getting it at a little discount here. 26 cents is my stop loss on ENJ. Watch for a move higher on this one. I'm going to add this one to the list. Just make sure you use that stop loss at 26. Here's Jasmy, just putting in a massive bull flag here. Okay, Jasmy looks like it wants to freaking rip. Again, it's a 50-50 flip here, but this is going to be one of those names like HBAR. If it goes up, it's going to go up really big. Let's look at Jasmy over here on this. Jasmy. Okay, what's the log look like here? There's a penny. Okay, I can't really do a penny there. So looks like the big order is set in at there. No way we're going down that low. Okay, there's a pretty big order at 0.017. They're propping this thing up pretty heavy, dude. Okay, 0.012. I'd put a stop loss at a penny if I'm playing this one. Okay, I don't even know how much of a stop loss that is. Let's check. Yeah, it'd be like a 50% dip. This is another one I kind of just want to take a 50% position on because this is a major bull flag. If you guys don't know what a bull flag is, right, come over to Google. Okay, a bull flag is a pattern that occurs when a stock is in a strong uptrend. So you can see here. Okay, this is exactly what Jasmy's doing right now. So, I really want to add to this, guys. Just because that bull flag is extremely bullish. Look at the monthly. Okay, monthly's got some room to run. And the weekly's just, I mean, it's not breaking down. So your true stop loss is really probably 0.015, but it has the ability to come all the way down to here. The stochastic is really high right now. So, I want to add to this so bad. I got FOMO, folks. I got FOMO. Okay, but it just looks so strong. It's so strong. Okay, I'd set a stop loss at 0.015. I'm going to buy this with a stop loss at 0.015. I'm going to do a 5% position on it. God, what am I saying? 5% cash right now? Or 20% cash? That'd take me down to 15% cash. Oh, lordy. Ugh. I'm going to come back to it, dude. I'm going to set up a green dot alert, though, on it. On the daily. This is just going to notify me, but I want to see where that thing comes. Golly. I mean, that's just a crazy... This is the nicest bull flag I've ever seen in my life. Like, this is the exact... Look at this. Let me just open this picture up for you guys. I'm paranoid. I'm tripping. Look at this. Does that not look like a bull flag there? Look at this. Bull flag. Bull flag. You got the pole, right? This is the flag pole, and then this is the flag. Flag pole. Flag. You know what I'm going to do? Is I am going to convert. Man. Screw it. I'm going to take a 5% position on this. Let's do it. We're going to go to Jasmy. I just got a gut feeling. That's just a major bull flag. I mean, that's if the markets rip, this thing's going to fly. And I've been wanting to buy this for a long time. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to set a limit order right there. Okay, I'm going to do 25%. So that's going to be about, I'm going to do a little bit more than that. Let's do 100,000. Okay, that's going to be, I'm going to do a little bit more than that. 15. Okay, let's go 125. 125. I feel good about that. I feel really good about that. I mean, this thing hasn't broke down below its 1.5 level there. I'll set a stop loss at 0.015. I'll set a stop loss at 0.014. But this just looks really good here. I want to buy this and bang. That's going to be open. And it looks like it filled. So that is now into my portfolio. Okay, off a bull flag. And again, I'm buying that at a premium. Okay, at a 40% premium, which is like breaking all my rules. But I have a plan to average down if it does come back down to that level. Okay, I don't think it can break 1 penny. I don't think there's any way it's going to break 1 penny. So if it does pull back, again, I'm going to use dollar cost averaging to add back into the position. And I'm going to go ahead and notify you guys about that today. Over here in the cord. Just added. I'm just going to say this same exact thing. Just added Jasmy. Position. Right. Check out the latest video to see why. Bang. Okay, and again, this is really going against a lot of the stuff that I do. Like I'm buying it at a 40% premium. I don't like to do that. But this is a massive bull flag here. I mean, this is just insane. Okay, so my stop loss would probably be 0.014. Let me check the order book again real quick. So 0.01, see, they got orders down here, 0.012, 0.011. There's no way it breaks a penny. There's no way this thing breaks a penny. And if it does, I'm literally going to lose like 2.5% of my position. Okay, so where I'd look to average down is the next daily green dot. I could probably add again, and then I could also add on the weekly. Okay, I think the weekly is going to come here in the next couple of weeks as long as we hold that 0.014 level. So that would be my stop loss. Okay, 0.014. That's where we wick down there. I don't think they're going to let it drop below that. This thing is just bull flag, dude. Bull flag. Let me actually drop this over here in the cheat sheet. That work? Yeah. Yeah, so you guys can see that. We got a couple of... Oh, I already got it up there, actually. Okay. So that's now in the portfolio. Jasmine. And that's just a momentum play there. Okay, I'm allocated there. Bang. We just added 2 names. So by weight, it's going to be... I believe it goes V-Chain. Okay, that's my biggest position. And then I got Link, XLM. I think MSOS is actually bigger. Okay, and then you got that. Okay, ICP is a pretty big position. And then these are just 5% positions. So it's like 5%, 5%. And you guys can see this. I'll actually post my allocations after this. Okay, this is where I'm at. Okay, so biggest position there. You guys can't see my MSOS position, but that's about an $8,000 position, which is about 20% of my total portfolio. Again, I'm buying that because the stochastic is, we're hitting the blue line there, and I'm just bullish on cannabis stocks overall. Okay, my stop loss on it is 732. All right, we're getting close here, folks. Holy smokes. I might have to do another video for your guys' chart requests. To be honest with you. I think I covered a lot of them today, so we'll see what we can do. We're just already an hour 40 in. I mean, you guys are still rocking. I guess let's keep it going. But I've been thinking about maybe breaking those up a little bit. Breaking up the chart requests, doing 1 chart request video a week, and then we cover our playlists. I think I'm going to do that. So I'm gonna cover the chart requests on Monday. I'll get your guys' chart requests on Monday. We're just going to finish this list here. Dow, again, red dot. Look at a sell up in this area. SLB, not close enough yet. LCX down on the floor there. This one's also putting in a bull flag. Okay, just sitting at a pretty big premium. 20 cents is the level you want to watch on that. Stochastics there on the floor. You're probably all right. UAL, nice move up there. Again, just too high on the way. We want to buy down here. Storage A, that one's back down on the floor. I don't know. It just doesn't look strong. Doesn't look like a strong trend. STX looks good. Okay, I'd add this one to the looking to buy list this week. Okay, current stop loss is 2. LDO, way below the 50 now. So that just broke down. Level to watch on that one's 149. Wait for the dot on that. Dodge, still coming down in my opinion. Again, we were selling up here. We bought it 8 cents. We sold it 20 cents, 17 cents, somewhere in that area. Okay, again, waiting on the wave to come back down here on the indicator to 0. FLR, it's getting close. Okay, getting pretty close. I want to keep an eye on that one. We'll go ahead and add that one into the list. OGN looks good. Okay, let's add that one in. Level to watch on that one's going to be 11 cents. You want to make sure we hold 11.9. XTZ also sitting right there on the level. Stop loss on that's going to be 86. Stochastics on the floor. This one looks good. Okay, that one's going in the looking to buy list. PRO, red dot. I'd be selling this. Okay, I don't even think this alert went off, so I'm going to set up an alert for you guys here. Okay, I'll use the small red dots once per bar. And again, this is just the code that I use here. You guys don't have to use this code because this is the code that gets called out over in our channel there. That one's got a red there. Bang. Okay, so that should call out there in the Discord any second, but that is a sell signal. I'd be taking my profits. Again, we're trading at a massive premium. Okay, you're talking about a 70% premium. If you're not taking profits here, I'm going to smack the shit out of you. Okay, you guys got to be taking profits. When we get to 50 to 60% off of our mean, that's when we look to sell. This is 70%. That's about as high as it gets. Okay, that's new paradigm status. 50% is like greed, which is where we want to sell. 60% is delusion. 70% is new paradigm. CRO. That one's also putting in a pretty nice bull flag as well. I was wanting to buy this thing down here at 10 cents. Stochastic's just not close enough for me. Okay, I want the stochastic to get closer to 0. It's sitting at 40 right now. Abe looks good. Let's put that one over there. Level to watch on that one is 70, 72. MPC, got LTC, just not close enough yet. MPC, I don't know what this thing is, but sell it, right? Want to wait till it's slower. I think this is an energy company as well. Energy's about to get smacked because Jim Cramer's pumping it. Matic, just ugly dip there. Level to watch on that's going to be 56. Okay, stochastic is on the floor, but it is below our 50-week moving average. This is so choppy, dude. I don't like trading this. Matic is like one of my least favorite cryptos to trade. I just don't like it. Sushi breaking back down. Again, you're not taking profits up here. What happens? Okay, you're not taking profits when the line hits the white dotted line. Okay, you're being greedy. Crush. Okay, 50% of your gains gone. Okay, you went from being up 100% to being down 50. Okay, you're probably not feeling very good about that, are you? Okay, current trade levels around 70 cents, but I'd wait on the green dot on this one. Okay, you are getting at a little bit of a discount, but again, it's not above our 50-week moving average. Here's Spell. Okay, also back down there into the 50. Stochastic just isn't there for me yet. Atom is down on the floor, but we are below the 50-week. I got 2 Atoms in here. Here's Ada Cardano. Not looking bad here. Okay, Ada actually looks good as well. Bang. Add that one to the looking to buy list. Here's PNG. Okay, PNG weekly chart. We're still putting in a bull flag on this one as well. I want to buy this one at 19 cents. We're a little too high. This is kind of like Jasmine, kind of a gamble here. I wouldn't go heavy at first, but I'd look to add. If you did go in, I'd go very light and then add if it dips down, the stochastic gets back down there or whatever. But that thing's holding up pretty nice up there. Here's Swift. Swift is also another low cap coin there located on Coinbase. This one's interesting as well. Stochastics, it's not clear. We'll get the green dot alert on that one. Uni sitting on the 50. Uni looks good. Okay. Stochastic on the floor sitting on the 50 week. Okay. Stop loss on that one's 570. Make sure that holds 570. Okay. And again, I just be adding 50% here, right? 5% of my position now, 5% on the next green dot. That's how you could play that one. MLN. Don't know what this thing is. Enzyme. Looks very interesting. MLN. I forget what this is. Enzyme crypto. Okay, also a very low market cap coin here as well. So this one's 30 million. This needs to be in our altcoin watch list, but I'm going to put this one on the looking to buy list as well. Okay, stop loss on that is going to be 1850. God, that's low. $30 million market cap is literally nothing. It's so low. Okay, that might be another one I want to play. Stochastics just not very close. That one's on the looking to buy list. I put that one on the looking to buy list. Very, very low market cap. That's like a PNG like trade, like kind of like ALCX. I'm going to move that one up here. Make sure it holds 1850. Okay, make sure it holds 1850. I just want to look at the order book here. MLN. God, that's tiny, dude. Tiny. Okay, so they got big orders set at 19, wanting to prop that up above 19. So my stop loss would probably be 1850 on that. I want to play this one too, dude. Such a low market cap. It's ridiculous. Okay, and that just broke out over the 52. So it really needs to hold 1850. That would be my stop loss. I'm going to play this one too, folks. Why not? I'm getting rid of my cash, though. I just don't like that. I'm going to do a 2.5% position on this one. So let me go. I'm going to do a limit order for 20.93. Or I'm going to do 20.95. And then I'm going to do. Okay, so we need to go 5,000 or 550. So 2.5% would be about 1,500. So I need to be at about 75. Yeah, 75 of those. Okay, and this is just a play on this being the bottom right here at 18. Okay, that's a play on that being the bottom there at 18. Golly. 1850 really needs to hold on this. Really, really needs to hold here. That's the level. I mean, I'm literally risking like nothing on this trade. I mean, it's a very, very low risk trade here. 2.5% of my portfolio. The most I can lose is literally like $200. So I'm going in here. Let's get it. Okay, open. That trade is open. And it should fill. So my stop loss on that is 1850. Again, I like this trade because we broke out over the 50 here. We broke out over the 50 and now we're consolidating, right? We need to hold 1850 though. That level needs to hold. Okay, absolutely needs to hold there. Why didn't that fill? Okay, so once it goes back up to 20, if it goes back up to 2095, it's going to fill my order. So I set the limit order a little bit higher. So if it keeps dropping down, it's not going to fill. But if it does, right, it'll fill when it goes and hits 2095 because it's sitting at 2093 at the moment. So this Advanced Pro thing, or this Advanced Pro on Coinbase is going to change the whole game for us, folks. Okay, I recommend you guys learn how to use it. AMP token, okay, stochastic down there on the floor as well. I'd be looking to buy this one. Swift, just not close enough. CNX, I'd be looking to sell this one. Another, looks like aluminum company here. I want to buy a pullback on this one down to the 50. So that we got about a month or two away from that happening. Here's Math finally getting close to the top there. Nice trade on this. Tim Tebow called this one out. That was a 400% trade up from 17 all the way up to 87. Beautiful trade there. We got Aurora. Not looking bad here as well. I'm looking to buy this one as well. 20 cents is the stop loss on Aurora. Stochastics on the floor. We're sitting right on the 50. That looks good. Here's Near. Near trying to reverse here. Look at that. Okay. Stop loss at 606. We should see the green dot next week as long as $6 holds. Near looks good. We're looking to buy that one this week. Noble. Okay, Noble's dropping down here into 93. Okay, this is I believe this is a ETF. Yeah, this is another ETF here that we follow. And 93 is the level we're looking for. Stochastic's getting pretty close there. Here's TSNDF. This is a pot stock. One of those pot stocks of that MSOS company. Not really looking to trade that one just because we're trading the ETF. And then True. So here's a look at a buy list. I think I'd add these two and ADA. And ADA up here to looking to buy. So there's the list for you guys. Like there's my portfolio. We just added, what was that other one we just added? MLN. MLN was right. What did I do with MLN? What's on the purple list? Where is it? Oh, it's right there. Looking to buy. So that one's in the portfolio now. Once that order fills, it's going to fill at 23. You know what? I actually want to set a buy order on that at 22. So a limit order, if you're setting it at a higher price, okay, so that means when it hits 22, is it a stop limit that you do that for? I've never done this before. I might fill here automatically, but I'm not sure. So if I do 50%, 25% of my cash position, that's about $1,000. Very, very light trade here. Very light trade. Okay, very light trade. So what I want to do is set it at 22. Set my limit order at 22. So if it breaks up above 22, that's pretty high though. It would fill me, right? In hopes that, boom, the direction is now up instead of down. Because 20 is the next level we're watching. The stop loss, like I said, is 850. So 22 is the level I want to see it break. I don't know if this is going to fill or not. We'll see. Let's see if it fills. I'm just testing it. Yeah, see, it filled. It filled. So I think what I'd want to do is a stop limit price. So I think a stop limit would be once it hits 22, right, fill me at 22.0, right? So if it goes up to 20, I just want to see if this works. So I'm going to literally do I'm going to buy 5 of them. So my goal in this, it's like a stop loss, but it's for a buy order to go higher. So meaning I don't want to buy it until it breaks out over 22, because if it breaks 22, that means, right, we're going to lift off. Okay? So this is just a test here. Let me see here. Your stop limit order will execute as 2205 when the stop price of 22 is reached. Okay, so that's active. So that's how you do that. So you could set it to the upside just like you could set it to the downside. So that's very interesting. Okay, very, very interesting. I think that was a 2.5% position. Let's go ahead and look at the allocations here. That's it for charts for today, guys. Like I said, I'm going to answer you guys' chart requests. I'm going to start breaking out the chart requests into a video on Monday. So I'll drop a video on Monday and then Wednesday, Friday, or Saturday. That's going to be the new schedule. Because these videos, this 2 hours in, I mean, we just covered our watch list. So it'd probably take another hour to cover all you guys' chart requests, even though I feel like we did cover a lot of the names that we already said we were going to. But I'll take a look at these on Monday. I'll go ahead and add that into our schedule. So Monday, shoot, I'm going to be at the ocean on Monday. So I'm going to have to answer these on maybe a different video. I'll do it on Tuesday this week, but normally I want to get that going Monday, Wednesday. Let's go Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. That's going to be the schedule. Mondays will just strictly be chart requests. Okay, and maybe not this Monday because, again, I'm literally going on, not a vacation, but a little trip. I'm going to actually propose to my girlfriend. And, yeah, so that's where we're sitting at. But I will get to you guys' chart requests, I promise. But here's the allocations. I'm actually going to drop this for you guys over here. I'm now sitting... Let's refresh this here. I should be sitting a little less cash now. Again, you could be adding to your cash position as you're working, adding 10% of your paychecks so your cash position can continue to go up. Let's see here. So here is my allocations for you guys. I want to drop all these over in the cord. Okay, bang. So I'll drop that over here. Otherwise, I will forget. Just added MLN. Makes up 2% of my total portfolio. Watch today's. Let's see. Okay, so I added 3 names. I've never done that live, but now that we got this Advanced Pro going on, guys, I really like the way this video went today. I hope you guys got some value out of it. But there are my allocations right now, so you guys can see where I'm positioned. Again, I'm never trying to pump and dump on you guys. I'm never going to lead you guys astray or do any of that. I'm just literally telling you guys what I'm doing. I'm not a financial advisor. Before you guys consume any content on this channel, make sure you read the disclaimer. Again, if you guys want the trading indicator, you guys can support the channel by coming over here, clicking the link, and you can download it here on this page. There's a video that'll walk you through everything that you need to do. And again, if you want to become a member, I'd highly recommend joining and just getting connected with a community of like-minded individuals. There's a video right here that's going to explain all the perks that you get inside of the membership. The cost of that is literally 1 Starbucks coffee a month for you to join. I believe it's $7 a month now, so that price might go up here in the future once we start to get a little bit more members. If you get in now, you'll be grandfathered in at the price forever. So with that being said, if you guys have any questions or anything like that, feel free to email me at overkill@overkillinvesting.club. And if you guys need me, if you're a member, obviously shoot me a message in the Discord. Very active throughout the day inside of here. And we're not missing a thing here, folks. We got market news. Okay, we got market news dropping every single day. All the latest videos can be found here. You guys can go. If you guys want to learn more about how I trade, just go watch these videos. Go watch all these latest videos that I've dropped in the last few weeks. Okay, I talk about my strategy and everything that we're doing. The more you learn it, the more you get the reps up, the more you understand it, folks. I think our trading strategy is very, very good here. I believe I'm up on the year around $33,000. So I started with about 10,000. I started the year with about 5 to 10,000. Okay, up $33,000 on the year, and it's just following the strategy to a T, folks. We're not day traders. We're literally buying when it makes sense and selling, right? Selling the greed. Our cheat sheet is a great reference. Guys, just study this chart. If your name is 50-60% off of our average price, okay, you're not wanting to buy up there. Okay, you want to buy as close to the mean as possible. And I know we broke that rule today on Jasmine, but that is for another reason. Okay, that is a bull flag. That is a once-in-a-lifetime scenario, in my opinion. Okay, I've never done this before, so I wanted to take a small position on it, and that is what we did. So, again, if you guys got any questions, feel free to shoot me an email or hit me over in the Discord. I love you guys, and all I got to say now is Ah!